everyone. In today's video, we are going to learn how to create implant libraries. So keep in mind, the library will be only for implants. We are not going to add any other thing like tubes or abutments, just the implants. Don't worry, because in other videos, we are going to teach you also how to add other components, such as the tubes, for example, and we will end up with our libraries as complete as possible. However, as I said, we're only going to focus on the implants right now because we already have the option for tubes in Lima and we can already modify our own tubes. So, as you know, we already have the tools to modify or move the angle of our abutments. This is a new function from our new version in which any implant company would be able to upload their own implant libraries as will be able to do anyone else. To start, it's very important to have our STLs with the right coordinate axis because this is the axis that Limaguide is going to identify to show us the coordinates as accurate as possible. So I already have a folder with a fictional implant library called Coca-Cola. This is going to serve us as an example. My example is going to be very simple. However, if implant companies want to upload more complex libraries with different implant families, they will be able to do so. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is to verify that our STLs have the right axis coordinates. So I click on Open STL. I upload my STL in this box, and I'm going to upload them. As you can see, I have here my library called Coca-Cola. Now I'm just going to upload this one. It doesn't matter what kind of jaw I select in this case, and I just upload it. So why I uploaded this example here? Well, now it's when we are going to check if our axis coordinates are the right ones. Here we have X, Z, and Y. And we'll pay special attention to the Z axis, the blue line. Here we have the base where we're going to put our abutment. Just imagine here will go our abutment. So the axis should be properly aligned with the base of the implant. As you can see here, this platform should be perfectly aligned with the blue, the green, and the red line. So in my example, the coordinate axis is properly aligned with the base of the implant. And now imagine that maybe it wasn't. So here it would be the moment to change that and properly align them. However, even though you can align them with Lima, we actually recommend to have them previously aligned with the software you use to create your implants. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to remove this implant for now. And we are going to actually start creating our library. So I click on prosthetics and then I click on create library. And I choose this first option here, new implant library. So now we will have to name our library and also specify the version number. I'm going to say it's the 01 version and the name is Coca-Cola. Another thing that we are going to do is to basically put an image here. It should be something like a corporative image. So I'm going to upload this one I created for my example. Okay, so here I have it. And here I have to basically type the name of the website of basically the company that these implants are from. Following my example, I'm just going to type Coca-Cola here. This step here is actually optional. You don't have to type any website if you don't need to. However, it can be a good chance for implant companies to advertise the product and the website. It's a good chance for advertising, actually, because now all the users will be able to see the corporative picture of the company and also have access to the website. So now I'm basically going to create my fictional implant, Coca Cola, and I'm going to click on Create. So now we're going to have this window here with the name that we have already chosen and the version. And here we have the kind of components that we want to upload. We have implants, but also we will be able to upload tubes or other kind of components, as you can see. However, today, as I said, we're not going to use any of these options. We are just going to focus on creating an implant library. In next videos, we are going to see how we can create libraries with other kind of components. So I click on the option implant and I'm going to name it Coca-Cola int because this implant it's going to be for an internal connection. So I click in this button here and then I click on import. So now I'm going to upload all the STLs from my fictional implant collection Coca-Cola. So now they are going to appear all of them here. And just imagine that I wanted to add another family of implants. So here I can change the name and basically add another family of implants. I will have to specify again that I'm uploading an implant, change the name, and basically following the same steps, and a new family of implants would appear here. So here I have all the implants that I uploaded from my single family of implant, this Coca-Cola int. Well, so now the only thing I need to do is to select all of the implants and then click on the green button here to create combinations. So now this is going to appear. And as you can see, there's this empty column here, the platform column. Here is where I have to type the size of the diameter of my implant. Basically, is the commercial size that we have in our website, for example, 35, 37, 41, the thing that the customers usually see when they buy the implants from the websites. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to type the size of each platform here. I'm now going to copy paste that because it's the same size on the first ones. And then I'm going to continue doing the same with the next ones. Now Limaguide will be able to have the right sizes. And I'm also changing the sizes right here because they are not the correct ones. I'm also going to change the sizes of the height. Keep in mind this can happen. You can maybe import the STLs, but sometimes Lima is going to basically say that they have the wrong size. So you have to correct that. You have to put the correct size, which is basically what we are doing right now. 11.5, 13, 16. Okay, so now if I click on view, I can actually see my implant. And if I click here in this logo, I can see that my axis is probably well aligned. So now I can check again if my implants have the coordinate axis well aligned. So now we are going to save our implant family. I'm going to click on create combination. I'm going to name it again Coca-Cola Int. I'm going to click on apply. So now I've already saved my library. Let's say that, for example, I just clear all of this. It doesn't matter because I already have my library saved here. And now I just have to click on save. Save again. So now it's asking me how do I want to save my library as an STL or as an encryption. We recommend to click on encryption basically because this will make, in case you want to share your STLs, easier. You basically have to share the folder, upload it in the cloud, and then any user will be able to download your implant library. So let's say we choose encryption. Here we will have to accept the terms. You can read them here. This window will be open here. The document is in Spanish, but of course you can translate it. Basically, it's to certify that you are the creator of this library. And then you just have to accept the terms and save the library. And now we click on save again. Now, if I want to upload, let's say, this case, for example, that I've got here, I upload it and I'm going to basically wait for it to upload. Now I'm also going to remove this implant I have here. I click to see the nerve. And now I click on implant. So here you will see that we have all the old libraries. We will soon upload the new ones. And here I have my Coca-Cola family of implants. And here I have all my implants properly classified by their size and diameter. And here I have also my picture as well. So I'm going to select this implant. I'm going to say I want it here. It is a 35. And here I have my implant. Now I can also add a tube and abutment. And remember, of course, that I can change the angle of the abutment if I want. I can click here, and now I'm going to change the inclination. I can also change the height and the rotation as well. So now we have created our implant library, and it's as simple as this. Basically, you can have your library in like 5, 10 minutes. Basically, if you have already aligned them properly, you won't have to waste any time aligning them on Limaguide, even though we remind you that you can do it in Lima as well before creating your library. But this, of course, won't be a problem for the implant companies because they already have their STLs well aligned. Maybe we will need to change the orientation a little, but it won't take a lot of time. So it's basically this simple. And in the next video, we are going to teach you how you can add any other component on Limaguide, like an abutment, for example. We'll see also how to use the analogs with the digital models. And also in next videos, we're going to see how we can create another surgical guide. There are actually two ways to do it. One is the old one, the one that we've been using and that already has a video on how to do it. And the new one is the one with the digital tubes. And we are also going to explain you how to do that. So that's it. We hope you like it and find this helpful. And as you can see, it's very easy to create an implant library. In the next video, we are going to show you how we can create libraries with other components, such as the abutments. So have a nice day and see you in our next video.